This is so cool! It gets so much better, Mr. Cabot, believe me.
I didn't believe you the first time, John.
This is the abuse I'm paying for.
We all have our doubts, John.
But we want to believe. We just need assurances.
What's it like, seeing a dinosaur for the first time?
Oh, it's like, it's like the early days of a new romance. It's fascinating and exhilarating, until the fangs and the claws come out.
It's definitely a profound moment. It made an impression on me. Let's put it that way.
This is why Jurassic Park must succeed, Dr. Grant. I want the world to have that same profound memory.
You know, I could do without some of the memories of this place.
That's precisely why I asked you all to take this journey again. Had you been part of the process earlier, perhaps our first time around would have been different. A mistake I'm correcting.
We're giving you a chance to prove it, John.
More importantly, we're giving these dinosaurs a chance to live in harmony with the modern world.
However tenuous and unwise that may be.
I'm going to prove it to you all. And Dr. Malcolm, I'm going to prove you wrong.
First time for everything, I suppose.
That should be beautiful.
I'm satisfied with the latest reports on park security. Now we can move on to the next great challenge, the dinosaurs. For that, we'll have to journey to the companion island, Isla Sorna. We call it Site B. Originally a massive holding pen and secondary research facility for our dinosaurs. Spared no expense.
Didn't want to keep all your eggs in one incubator, huh, John?
Aye, that is certainly one way to look at it.
And another way, John?
It's also about the diversity of the environment.
In other words, you weren't sure they'd survive on Isla Nublar.
Darwin's most famous works were centered on species he studied on the Galapagos Islands. Isolated.
It also has the benefit of keeping our work away from prying eyes.
Yeah, and making potential rescue like thousands of miles away.
Always the negative with you, Dr. Malcolm.
Ranger vehicle under attack.
We've developed a DART-based solution to the symptoms. The causes, however, they run right to the core of these dinosaurs, to their DNA. The fix will require a recompiled genome and new incubations.
So I hear we've had a spot of good news. We're ready to proceed with incubating new dinosaurs.
John, you were never ready to bring dinosaurs back to life.
A little bit more belief, Dr. Malcolm, and we'll be there soon.
Chaos doesn't require belief. should all work out according to plan. Yeah, let's just squeeze an already confused and stressed resurrected dinosaur into a small enclosure and, hope for the best. An animal that in its time could freely roam the earth. Or maybe that's not such a good idea.
Marvelous. Young Cabot tells me that our first new dinosaurs are healthy and fit, and the countermeasures are working too. Now we can provide the species that Jurassic Park will need. It should be smoother sailing from here on out.
Yeah, unless we hit an iceberg.
An unfair comparison, Dr. Malcolm. Our technology is far more advanced.
Yeah, but not your methodology, John.
Has anyone seen Cabot?
No, not recently.
How much do we know about him?
Cabot? Hammond seems to like him. I've heard he's the son of a friend, which explains his lack of qualifications.
Do we trust him, though?
Hammond does.
That's not what I asked.
And what does Malcolm think?
Ellie, I'm asking you first.
I think Jurassic Park is making you paranoid.
Site B is secure. Great teamwork, everybody.
You really know how to pick a cheerleader, John.
A little enthusiasm never killed anyone, Dr. Malcolm.
Really? Because I feel like your enthusiasm has nearly killed me several times.
Now is our chance, my dear friends. Yes, Jurassic Park will be the vision that becomes manifest.
John, after what we've been through, aren't we moving too fast?
Precisely why we must move quickly, Dr. Sattler.
Once the world sees our dinosaurs, then there'll be no stopping us.
And that's the fear, isn't it? Not the dinosaurs, but failure.
It's my hope, Dr. Malcolm. And soon it will be mankind's. You'll see.
Oh, I already have.
Mr. Hammond, we should now be able to move the dinosaurs from Site B.
Yes, that's right. Where are we on the incubations?
We have the Triceratops and all the other species secure, John. We're ready.
Those will do very nicely. Cabot, see that they are shipped here to Isla Nublar.
Yes, sir.
They'll need suitable enclosures.
Of course. I have every faith and confidence. Today, we invite the rest of the world to experience the wonder of Jurassic Park.
Hey kids, look, dinosaurs. And this time it's mostly safe, probably. And if you survive, you can buy a t-shirt.
There's a compliment in there somewhere.
We're not out of the jungle just yet.
Let's see how the park gets along, John.
And at the first sign of trouble...
I know. Remember, I've encouraged your skepticism.
And seeing people eaten by prehistoric creatures pretty much solidified it.
And now you know why I keep young Cabot around. Speaking of which, have any of you esteemed doctors laid eyes on my intern recently?
You'd think this is something he wouldn't want to miss.
Yes. Yes, you would.
So who is going to take care of his tasks then?
Maiasaura became the first dinosaur in space when Lauren Acton took fossils on a Space Lab mission in 1985.
We're just going to continue to add to the populations, dinosaurs and humans, increase the density and capacity of both. It's a miracle. Two creatures from the same place. No deaths. Wow. That's a significant improvement from my last visit to Jurassic Park. And John Hammond should be quite happy, or at least, relieved to get this news, I would think.
So who was behind the sabotage and data theft?
Biosyn. They are my only real competition at the moment. And I needed to stop them before they can do any more harm to InGen. And to Jurassic Park, of course. I knew they wouldn't give up after their first attempt.
So then, Finch's disappearance was all part of the plan.
Am I not allowed to have some surprises of my own, Dr. Malcolm?
Huh. I'm starting to like you, John.
So Biosyn didn't get to you, Cabot?
Of course not. I was working a con from the inside for Mr. Hammond.
John, keeping us out of the loop like before, it's not exactly inspiring confidence.
But why?
Because he didn't trust us. Isn't that right, John?
Our previous difficulties were the result of an inside job. Regrettable, really. Still, I needed to be sure that no one else was involved.
Okay, but why Cabot?
His mother is one of my biggest investors.
I've always loved dinosaurs. My mother invested on my behalf. It was just a lucky break that John was looking for someone with my skill set.
She's worth billions. Quiet money.
Who would ever have known?
Right.
So you don't worry about money?
Worry about? No. Obsess over it? Well, I confess. Consider me guilty.
Which is why I think young Cabot here has become such a valued asset.
Because he adds the greed factor.
Science and art have always needed commerce, Dr. Malcolm. You can't change that reality.
But John, changing reality is precisely what you've done with Jurassic Park, and only time will reveal the extent of the damage.
Or the good?
Ellie's right. This has the potential to be a place where people can truly learn from the past.
And repeat its mistakes.
No, you're wrong, Ian. They're not mistakes. These dinosaurs are beautiful animals. They deserve the chance we've given them. They deserve Jurassic Park.
Time always tells, doesn't it?
Isn't that true of everything?
Yep. Everything takes time and money.
We have both. And now the world has a place, this place, to visit these wonderful creatures. Thanks to you, the dinosaurs live. Jurassic Park lives. Or as Dr. Malcolm would put it, we found a way.